Hello and welcome to Man's the Land, a place where men learn strategies to become better versions of themselves. Keep holding the line. Today's video is a response to a comment Mike Heaton posted on one of the videos. Mike Heaton asks, is it just as bad in Africa as it is in Canada? On one of our videos, a brother was explaining why lots of men are beginning to go their own way. He was talking about female entitlement, hypergamy, promiscuity, and just the lack of women, dateable women in the Western society. And Mike Heaton asks, is it just as bad in Africa as it is in Canada? Well, Mike, unfortunately, it's just as bad. I know it may be hard for you guys to believe because I go through some MGTOW channels and in the comments I see some brothers say they want to come down to Africa or some third world country, that their women are better. You're looking for your unicorn in Africa and third world countries. Well, I have bad news for you, brothers. First off, a study was done by Durex which concluded that Nigerian women are the most promiscuous in the world. Think about that for a second. Nigerian women are the most promiscuous. So from the start, you're taking off loyalty. Don't expect any loyalty. That's a certainty. That's the giving. And when you talk about the entitlement is also over here. I can give you my experience in Nigeria. These Nigerian women, you're invisible to them if you don't have the dough. You know what I mean? You don't have no money, they tell you to hide your face. They sing it in music and all that. So, and even though you have the money, you're no longer a human. Congratulations, you've now become an ATM machine. You'll be there to furnish whatever crazy dream, desires she has. You'll be there to fund it all with a smile on your face. Don't forget that. You must have a smile on your face, because what my brothers in the West should understand about the matriarchy in Africa is that the African man has been properly trained and programmed by the matriarchy. Even though you look at Africa and some of the feminocracies over there in the West will look at Africa and say most positions of authority are occupied by men. But we know, I posted in one of my shorts, that we have men there do not mean these men rule. These men are being ruled by their women. They pay tribute to their women. And talking about the MGTOW movement in Africa, you must realize the MGTOW is not even a movement. That's a mistake. MGTOW is not a movement. Some say it's a lifestyle, but it's a philosophy. You understand? And as long as MGTOW is a philosophy, men definitely have been going their way from all culture and all races around the world. It's just that there's been no identifier, no common name to describe the phenomenon or the philosophy up until now or recently. For example, there's a Nigerian author, Chinwizu, who wrote a book, Anatomy of Female Power. I think you should take a look at this book, Mike. I will leave a link to the book in the description. If I can find the free PDF download online, I'll leave a link there for you, because I got this book some years ago. I printed it off the web and it's been with me ever since. My Bible, helping me to battle the demons of the feminocracy. So Mike, it's just as bad here. The matriarchy is firmly entrenched in Africa because the man is subject to traditions and culture. So it's worse, it's crazy here. The reason why it seems like more men are identifying with the MGTOW philosophy officially in the West is because of the feminocracy over there. If they had relaxed and controlled their men behind the scenes like they've always done, things will flow naturally, because they've always been in control. That's one thing you must understand. Women have always run the world. They've always been in control of the world. Even though men were physically manning the ship, so to speak, they follow the orders of their women. But the feminocracy came about because of greed and probably some of the ugly women who could not get a man, so their scorn led to the feminocracy we have today, because the greatest enemy of woman is our fellow woman. That's where the fiercest competition arises, and women are just left to suffer. That's just it. So Mike is just as bad in Africa. The matriarchy is firmly entrenched in Africa. We are talking about 150% strong in Africa. I can give you some instances in Nigeria. If you listen to most of the popular music here, most of the popular songs they are glorifying women. You understand? Any popular song in Nigeria right now is glorifying women. These artists are telling you to spend your money. Don't think about it. They are telling these women, come, I have money. Any man that cannot spend on a woman is not a real man. Morals and values, all those are out the window. They call themselves slay mamas and slay queens when they are being promiscuous. And you see, the society is degenerating. It's degenerating. The same way is happening in the West. The matriarchy, that's what the matriarchy does. When values degenerate, the matriarchy is in place. We have a very popular show in Nigeria called Big Brother Nigeria. On this show, people do whatever they want, show their private parts, and a lot of Nigerians are glued into these programs. They vote to protect their housemates. They discuss these guys, So it's here. The matriarchy is firmly in place here, and women still rule in Africa. You understand? So just understand that in Africa, the only difference between the MGTOW movement, why there seems not to be a sort of formal, active, distinct African community of MGTOWs, is just because of what I told you. Most MGTOWs are just there, undercover, afraid of the matriarchy. But slowly, thanks to the feminocracy, they are coming over here. And most men, when pushed to the wall, they'll naturally fight back. So, to all my brothers in the West, I'm very sorry to break your hearts and give you this bad news, but there are no unicorns in Africa. There are no unicorns. Me, I've given up. You can go to the villages and probably you find a unicorn, a girl, a woman that has not been corrupted by Western ideals. You can, you can find, but the problem is they easily get contaminated. There are lots of stories about some successful Nigerians who left the shores of the country, went abroad, made some money, came back to Nigeria to pick their innocent brides. And once they got back abroad, she changed. She divorced him, went with the cash and the keys, and most times these guys come back and they are depressed for life. Their life changed forever. You see the sadness on them. So you guys just have to be careful. When we say AWOUT, we mean AWOUT. There's no need for no dumpster diving. Man, you lose a lot. You lose a lot just to gain what? So that's just it. We are men. Keep holding the line.